Welcome back, everyone, to the Casual Talk Pod. I'm Check the Rock, and I'm here with Imanol Perez, or Mastermind Hoops. And it's been a while. Hopefully, everyone had a good 4th of July weekend. Everyone stayed safe. It's been one hectic of a week, and we're finally back.
Yeah.
So we're going to start off with MLB news. So the MLB All Star Game rosters have been released today, and let's go over them a little bit. So starting with the American League. For starters, we have Alejandro Kirk, Blue Jays, first appearance, starting at catcher. At first base, we got Vladimir Guerrero Jr., starting at second All-Star appearance. Second base, Jose Altuve, and that is his 8th appearance. I think we all hate the Astros. I think that's fair enough to say. Cheaters, but...
Hey, listen, I'm just happy my boy Verlander got a ring. That's all I'm happy for.
Rafael Devers, third base, Red Sox, second All-Star appearance. Shortstop, we have Tim Anderson from the White Sox. That is his second All-Star appearance. Starting in the outfield, Aaron Judge. That's his 4th All-Star appearance. At center field, Mike Trout. I think we're not surprised by that.
10th. It's a down year for him too. That's the funny part.
It's a down year. 10th All-Star appearance. And also for the Yankees, Giancarlo Stanton. That's his 5th All-Star appearance. And then hitting DH, obviously, I think we all know who it is.
Shohei.
You just saw this man play?
Yeah, I did.
A couple of days ago?
Bro, I've never seen Marlins ballpark so packed.
I mean, probably since Stanton was there last, probably.
It was hard to get in, actually. Like, there's a lot of people. A 30K seater, it probably fit like 15K, which is insane for the Marlins.
There you go. So reserves, Yordan Alvarez hitting DH for the Astros is first. Miguel Cabrera, he's going to be DHing for the Tigers. This is 12th All-Star appearance.
He got the special selection, legend selection.
There you go. Xander Bogaerts, shortstop, Red Sox 4th appearance. Jose Ramirez, third base, Guardians 4th All-Star appearance. Jose Trevino, catcher for the Yankees, 1st All-Star appearance. Luis Alvarez, first base for the Twins, 1st All-Star appearance. Andreas, I don't know if I'm saying this guy's name right. Andreas Gimenez, 2nd base, Guardians 1st. George Springer, outfielder, Blue Jays 4th All-Star appearance. Byron Buxton, outfielder, Twins 1st All-Star appearance. Andrew, I don't know how to say this dude's last name either. Benintendi, I think that's how you say it. Benintendi?
Benintendi, I think it is, yeah.
Outfield Royals 1st. Kyle Tucker, outfield Astros 1st. Julio Rodriguez, outfield Mariners 1st All-Star appearance. So I'm not used to having like all these all-star, like all these players. Cause I'm used to seeing like the NBA All-Star Game, and there's just like you're like 12 to 15 players, and that's it.
I mean, the AL this year has been dominated by the AL East. I think right now of the 3 wildcard spots, I think all 3 are owned by now by the AL East, or 2 of the 3 with the 3rd being right there. I think the Orioles, which is the worst team, are on a 7-game win streak as well right now. So the AL East is just dominating right now.
There you go. And then
the Astros are also like neck and neck with the Yankees. So that's all you have to know about the AL right now.
Starting pitchers for the AL now. Okay, again, I don't know if I'm saying this dude's last name right. Shane McClanahan.
Bro, he's having a year. He's looking as a Cy Young. He might win the Cy Young this year for the AL. No lie.
So, left-handed pitcher, Rays 1st All-Star appearance.
Bro, he has a 173 ERA.
That's insane.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Nestor Cortez, left-handed pitcher for the Yankees 1st. I think just looking at this list and what we said so far, there's at least 4, 5, 6 Yankees players on this.
Bro, the AL East is dominating right now. Like, I'm not playing right now. The AL East is crazy.
Alec, I don't know if I'm saying this right. Manoa? I don't know. Right-handed pitcher for the Blue Jays 1st. Framber Valdez, left-handed pitcher for the Astros 1st. Martin Perez, left-handed pitcher for the Rangers, first All-Star appearance. Paul Blackburn, right-handed pitcher for the A's, first. Garrett Cole, right-hander, Yankees, this is 5th appearance. Justin Verlander for the Astros, right-handed, 9th All-Star appearance. And obviously, I think we can all guess this one too. You want to do it?
Oh boy, Justin Verlander, number 9.
I'm talking about this guy though. Shohei
Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani is starting for sure.
2nd All-Star appearance, and he's also DHing, like I said before.
Yeah.
Relief pitchers for the American League: Clay Holmes, right-hand pitcher for the Yankees, another Yankee. Emmanuel Class, Clay's, right-hand pitcher for the Guardians. Gregory Soto, left-handed pitcher for the Tigers, 2nd year. And Jorge Lopez, right-hand pitcher for the Orioles, first.
Realistically, Shane should be the starter. I mean, he's arguably the best pitcher in baseball this season. If not him, it's Sandy. But I can see them giving it to Shohei just because the fans are going to want to see Shohei way more than they're going to see Shane McClanahan. But I think Shane should start personally.
But no, I mean, the AL is looking quite juicy. Just everyone that I'm seeing on this list, dude, there's going to be so many bombs going to happen in this All-Star game.
Yeah.
I mean, you already know Stanton, Ohtani, Trout, Judge, Vladimir. They're probably going to combine.
Power guys. That's power.
They're probably going to combine, I think, for at least like 4 or 5 dingers. I mean, that sounds ridiculous.
This has been a really fun year for baseball. If you've been keeping up with it, it's actually been really fun to watch.
But now let's move on to the National League. Starting catcher for the National League, Wilson Contreras for the Cubs.
Mm-hmm.
As being a Brewer fan, I don't like seeing Wilson Contreras on this list because I'm a Brewers fan. He plays for the Cubbies, but like, well deserved.
And
then another guy I don't want to hear about, Paul Goldschmidt for the Cardinals.
He's been hot.
He's hot,
bro.
though.
He's been hot.
You're gonna like this though. You're gonna like this next guy, playing second base, Jazz Chisholm from the
Bahamian prince right there. That's my boy. Bro, apparently he's been on his James Harden shit this whole year. Partying, not showing up to practice, and balling.
And then third base, got Manny Machado.
That boy from Miami.
Trey Turner at shortstop for the Dodgers. Screw the Dodgers. I think we can all say that. And then we got Acuna. But shout out to Ronald Acuna, though. That injury he had to his ankle last year and coming back.
The man won a ring without playing. Like, imagine that.
That's crazy.
Imagine that.
Another Dodger in the outfield. We got Mookie Betts. Not surprised about that one.
Mm-hmm.
Jock Peterson for the Giants.
Tommy's coming. Slapped again.
And then obviously, I don't know. This guy's not going to play. But at DH, they had Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper's probably, but he's injured right now.
He's injured. So he's not going to, I don't think he's going to play.
He's not.
Okay, let's move down a little bit more.
His replacement is probably going to be William Contreras, by the way, from Atlanta.
Probably.
So we got the brothers playing in the All-Star.
Or maybe even Pete Alonso.
No, I think now it's going to be William.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so reserves, we got William Contreras, center. Not center, catcher. So the C, I'm trying to refer back to basketball. Catcher. Nolan Arenado. Hate the man because he plays for the Cardinals, but he been cooking too this year.
It's wild that he's not starting, low-key.
Pete Alonso.
Well, it's wild that he's not starting, but Manny did earn it, though, to be fair.
That is very true. Albert Pujols. I'm pretty sure he's one of those.
Yeah, he's the legend pick, yeah.
Legend pick.
It's going to be his last year. He's retiring this year.
But shout out to Albert Pujols, though.
The machine, bro. Dude was just a natural, like, his stats were so, like, every year. It's crazy.
So, and then up next, we got Jeff McNeil for the Mets. He's been playing really good this year.
Mets have been hot. The Mets have been really hot.
And I said, I know we talked about the beginning of the baseball year and all this, that I said that the Mets might be better than the Yankees. It's going to be
– the Yankees are hot.
They're hot.
I mean, I would expect Aaron Judge at some point to cool off because he's playing at an all-star MVP pace, and he's been balling. I expect him to cool off at some point just because it's baseball. Everyone cools off at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But that team does not look like it's stopping anytime soon.
I mean, the Yankees are stacked, though. I think we
They
all know
are.
it.
And then you just know the league is pushing for that Mets Yankees or Yankees Dodgers World Series. You just know they're pushing for that.
But no, I did say though that I had the Mets winning the NL East though this year. So
The thing with the Mets is that they always get injured around this time. So far, they've beaten the injury allegations, but we'll see. We'll see how the season continues.
okay, so then Travis, I don't know if I'm saying this dude's last name, Dionrod, or I don't know if I'm saying that right. He plays for the Braves,
Yeah, the catcher.
the catcher. CJ Crone for the Rockies, Darsby Swanson, Kyle Schwarber, Juan
He's been hot.
Soto, Starling
Bro.
Marte.
Someone save Juan Soto from Washington, please. Please, someone trade for this man.
I bet
Get that
you,
man out of there.
I think we can all see this is what's gonna happen. He's gonna
I
sign
know.
with the Angels, and the Angels are just gonna be shit.
I mean, look, the Angels are already wasting 2 generation talents. Might as well waste third.
Might as well. Starling Marte and then Ian Happ. So
My
I
boy
mean,
Starlin. I'm so mad that he's not in the Marlins anymore. But
the reserves for the NL aren't looking as well as the AL, which is
the AL probably has the better roster, but I think the NL probably has better pitching, low key.
okay. So moving to starting pitchers, Clayton Kershaw, not really much of a surprise. Sandy Alcantara.
Alcantara,
There you go. Another Marlins.
another 173 ERA.
There you go. And then from the Brewers, I mean, this man had to be on. If he didn't make it, I would have been so pissed.
I believe he leads the league in strikeouts, right?
He is Corbin Burns. The dude's been cooking.
He's
No
like
one
a
can
strikeout
hit
guy.
off of this man. Luis Castillo, Max Fried, Fried, I think it's Fried.
Freed. I think it's Freed.
Tony,
Gosselin.
Gonsolin,
Gosselin, yeah. He's nasty as well this year. He's been pitching as well this year.
Joe Musgrove. He's
I think Gosselin has a 162 ERA.
dude. I mean, dude, I'm surprised though. Like when the Padres went out and they got all these good ass pitchers from back a couple years ago, they haven't been performing. Yu Darvish hasn't done anything. There's many more too.
I mean, they're still in contention for the division because they're not that far back from the Dodgers right now. And also they're missing Tatis,
Yeah, exactly.
who's just like another all-star level player.
Okay, and then relief pitchers, Edwin Diaz. And then for the Brewers again, you already know we got to get our pitching in there somewhere because
Josh Hader.
Josh Hader, bro, that man's insane. I'm not even
I
gonna lie.
You guys have strictly pitching and no batting whatsoever.
Yeah, it's our bats looked a little rough for a little while, but they've been picking up recently though. So I'll take it. Ryan Hesley, and then David Bednar. I don't know how the Pirates had a pitcher make the All Star game because the Pirates pitching is like ranked like 29th in the MLB right now.
Yeah, no, the Pirates are bad. I know. The only team worse than them are probably the Reds.
And then Joe Mandaplay. I think it's how you say Mandaplay.
Maniply.
For the D-backs. So if we can't be biased about this because I know we're both fans of
National League teams.
the National League teams right here.
No, the American League definitely has the better bats. There's no debating that one.
I'm sticking with the NL.
You see with the NL?
I'm still sticking with the NL, bro. I can't.
The pitching in the NL is nasty.
Dude,
They have two sub 180 ERA pitchers, bro.
exactly.
That's crazy. And they have Corbin Burns, who leads the league in strikeouts.
There you go, man, dude. I think I'm not more excited about the All-Star game. I'm more excited about the home run derby.
I mean, yeah, who isn't?
Even though it's probably gonna be rigged again this year, they're probably gonna put some juice in those balls, like how they
Well,
have
you
been.
have to. I mean, you have to. It's the home run derby. You want to see the ball fly.
It's gonna be interesting.
It's not like it's hurting pitcher stats when you're doing it at home run derby.
No, not at all. But I'm guessing you have the AL then winning just because of, or are you still gonna stay with the NL?
I don't know. It's Dodger Stadium, to be fair.
There you go.
Yes, we go.
I mean, we still got some time though. We still got some time.
No, yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see if any more injuries happen last minute or something.
Let's hope not. But let's move over to basketball. I mean, last time we did a pod was first day of free agency, July 1st. Not much major news happened, but the biggest thing that happened was the robbery of what the Utah Jazz got for Rudy Gobert.
First round picks for Rudy is crazy.
It
completely shut down the market.
Yeah, no, because KD's offer is getting raised too now because of it.
No, if you get 4 for Rudy, what are you gonna get for KD? Like,
oh my god! Well, did you see what the Timberwolves got? The Nets offered the Timberwolves for KD,
bro. Cat
and Anthony Edwards.
Nobody's getting KD. No one's touching KD with that offer.
That's crazy, bro.
Like, what teams can offer anything close to that realistically?
Absolutely nothing.
Like, if it's for Kevin Durant, I don't mind losing one of them. Probably Anthony Edwards is probably the one I'd rather like lose to, even though I think Anthony Edwards will be the better player of the two between him and Cat. But you can't replace Cat. You can't replace a 40% 3-point shooter that 7 feet like Cat is.
No. But so if you're the Jazz right now, are you looking to trade Donovan Mitchell? Are you looking to rebuild around Mitchell with these 4 first-round picks and this pick swap that you have?
I mean, reports are that Mitchell's going to be patient with the Jazz management.
I mean, you don't like hearing that because
I don't personally, but he's going to be patient with the Jazz management. I don't think the Jazz are going to be competitive this year. For the most part, they might be a play-in team, but they're not going to be competitive.
Very true. I think they're going to keep Donovan. I say give Donovan a year and a half, 2 years maybe. And
we'll see if he eventually gets frustrated and requests a trade, because there's a huge difference between saying you're okay with losing and then actually losing.
I feel like the Jazz are going to make a move with these picks. I don't
think they're going to make a move.
It's not their time to rebuild in the draft. You have your star player. You have to start rebuilding. I mean, not rebuilding. Taking these draft picks that you have,
retooling,
and like, yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe
they get Kevin Durant.
Yeah. I was gonna say maybe the Jazz somehow get Kevin Durant now.
The thing is, regardless of that, the players you have around Donovan Mitchell right now aren't good, and the players of Hall you got for Rudy Gobert. I like Vanderbilt, for example, but there's not much star power there.
Patrick Beverly.
There's decent role players. I mean, Patrick Beverly's going to help a lot with Mitchell's perimeter defense. That's questionable to say the least.
Oh yeah.
But you don't really have much star player. You have decent role players, and then obviously players like Mike Conley and whatsoever are kind of pretty washed. True. In a sense. There's not much role players you have there.
It's gonna be. The Jazz are in such a sticky situation right now. I'm trying to think about a team to compare the Jazz to than a couple years ago. It was like when they had Harden, like when the Rockets had Harden. Actually, no, Harden. The Rockets are a bad one. After KD left OKC, it was just Westbrook. He had Victor Oladipo, Cantor, Steven Adams. I think Taj Gibson was a part of that team.
Rookie Sabonis.
That's what I'm thinking of right now.
It's a good comparison.
But now the Jazz need to take these picks and swap them for another star player. But who's really on the market right now?
KD and Kyrie.
Yeah, but the Jazz, they're not going to get KD or Kyrie.
I mean,
because you're not going to trade for Kyrie. Because you already know he's going to be he's going to come for 1 year and he's going to leave. He's not going to go to Utah. Kevin Durant doesn't want to go to Utah.
Imagine Kyrie go in Utah for a year with the toxic Utah fan base.
It's not going to happen. He
barely survived Boston. Imagine.
Is it worth the draft assets to trade for
But
Kyrie Irving.
the thing is, you're also Utah. Who wants to go to Utah, period?
No one.
Exactly. And it's not like Utah's competitive for the next year where you're going to be like, oh, yeah, trade me to Utah and we're winning if I go there.
No. I think that's a tough thing about the NBA. Everyone wants to go to Miami. Everyone wants to go to the Nets or to the Knicks, the Suns, the Lakers.
The Knicks don't have a history about
Okay,
players wanting
yeah,
to go
but
there.
like, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. They want to go to these.
They want to play in the big cities, yeah.
Big markets. It's not gonna happen. If you're like, who wants to go to Charlotte? Who wants to go to New Orleans?
The only way player would want to go there is if the team is competitive enough to win.
Exactly. I mean, I can see New Orleans, honestly. I mean, they're like one star player away from winning. I mean, contending at least, which I still think New Orleans should try and trade for Kevin Durant.
The thing is, you have a mini Kevin Durant and Brandon Ingram. I don't think that's the issue more than you need another guard.
I don't know. If on the Pelicans, you're in that mode right now. You're kind of desperate. You have Zion.
I don't think you're necessarily desperate. You just signed Zion to a max. So you kept him for long term. You have Brandon Ingram long term. I think what's CJ's contract looking like? How many years does he have on his contract left?
Not, I think 3 maybe.
Yeah, you're not in desperation then. You're fine. You have enough time.
But think about this though.
Your team is fairly young as well.
But think about this. Anthony Davis wanted out.
Okay, yeah, and then you retooled after Anthony Davis. This is a completely different regime, different team. And you have a rookie head coach who's now in his second year.
True.
That team is very young, and they've made the play-in and made it into the playoffs, which is without Zion, which is, I think, a good position to be in. Through all the turmoil, it's a good position to be in.
I think KD is going to stay. I don't think KD has a place to go.
I think the market is too big. Well, it's big. It's the Rudy Gobert trade. The assets destroyed the trade market.
And everyone was giving Brian Windhorst shit on Twitter for saying something is going on in Utah. Something is going on. And when he repeated that like 4 or 5 times.
But Brian Windhorst was a false report for years. The fact that he has good sources, great for him. And I'm happy for him that he's trying to get the shine that he's been looking for. And obviously he's become a reliable person now since the Brooklyn trade last year with Harden.
Mm-hmm.
But your credibility follows you around. And for years, he was a false report.
This man was getting crapped on for him saying that. But look what happened. Something happened in Utah, and it totally shaked the entire NBA. I'm sorry, Phoenix. The reports are also that the Pacers are going to give an offer sheet to DeAndre Ayton. If that happens,
Tyrese and Ayton,
you're not getting Kevin Durant. You might as well cross Phoenix off the list.
I mean, Brooklyn already said that they weren't very big on Ayton to begin with, which is crazy to me how a lot of the NBA isn't big on Ayton. Like, the man's a first overall pick, and he was hooping the last 2 years. True. But I guess he's not worth a max or whatever, it seems. I do think he needs a point guard that can get him the ball. I'll agree with that. Which Tyrese is that guy.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Tyrese is that guy, yeah.
So, I'm sorry, Kevin Durant. I think your chances of going Phoenix are slim to none.
I mean, behind is Miami, but apparently he wants Miami with 2 All-Stars at minimum.
That's not going to happen either.
It's just, it's hard to trade, especially with Miami's assets. They only have 3 picks, which obviously now the table has turned to at least 5 or 6.
So it's got to be like a 4 or 5 team deal at this
point. You're not going to want to put Bam in that trade.
No.
You're probably going to have to offer Tyler Hero, which is I'm more okay with offering Tyler Hero. Duncan has to go, but like, this is not an appetizing trade for a Kevin Durant trade.
No, especially after Gobert.
Yeah, it's not appetizing whatsoever. And I understand why Brooklyn wouldn't be interested in that.
Well, let's move on from Kevin Durant for a little bit.
But we haven't talked about the Timberwolves situation now with Rudy.
That is true. I still think they're going to be a 6 seed. I don't think this really does much.
I'm very curious to see it because Rudy's strengths on defense help out Cat's weaknesses on defense, and vice versa with Cat's strengths on offense help Rudy's issues on offense. We all know Rudy can't catch the ball. He struggles to catch the ball. It's the reason why you see him with one-on-one easy post game and they don't pass it to him. He can't catch the ball and he struggles to finish. I do think the spacing that this team, the Timberwolves have around him could work. But the question now is, can Rudy catch the ball? And the question now is, how will the defense look? There's a lot of still some question marks on the offensive side of the ball, how it's going to look. But I do think it does help the team. It's also 2 7-footers that you have to deal with now that can play starting minutes. They're going the Cleveland Cavs route, and it seems like a couple teams are doing that.
See, I think the Timberwolves gave up way too much. I don't know if the Jazz were offering.
They definitely depleted their depth, which was very big this year. I do think someone like Patrick Beverley was definitely needed, especially next to D'Lo and Anthony Edwards, because sometimes you just need that dog mentality for these players.
Yeah.
And I think it also benefited Cat a lot because Cat isn't that dog.
I'm wondering, did the Jazz want 4 firsts, or did the Timberwolves just like, we'll give you 4 firsts in a pick swap?
Well, if they're inquiring about Kevin Durant, I'd assume the Timberwolves were very aggressive in the market, trying to find the next star to put next to their young talent. I mean, regardless, they've kept the big 3 that they wanted to keep, and so they have their big core still intact.
Mm-hmm.
Their depth is going to be very shaky this year because they traded a lot of the depth for it.
And they didn't really make any other moves alongside of Gobert. I mean,
their cap is cooked now. It's 2 maxes plus the D'Lo contract, and then you're gonna have to offer Anthony Edwards a max pretty soon.
Well, D'Lo's contract was a max too.
Was it a max?
Yeah, from like 2-3 years ago, when he went to Golden State, it was a sign and trade for KD.
I know he got a big contract. I don't remember if it was a max though. But yeah, regardless, their cap space is screwed.
Okay, I think we both know it's about to be an interesting thing that's going to go on. And I think we'll see more of it during the preseason. But just some little news around the league. John Wall, he signed. There's not really any major trades or signings that happen.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If this was 2016, I'd be the biggest Clippers fan this season.
Kawhi
and John Wall.
There was a trade that happened.
Which trade?
Malcolm Brogdon.
Oh yeah,
went to the Celtics.
Yo, that is a crazy move. But the thing is, the Celtics are absolute idiots because they're talking about Brogdon's a 6-man.
No, he's gonna be the starting point guard.
You have to make him the starting point guard. They needed a playmaker, and Brogdon's a 7-8 assist guy. He's exactly what the team needed. And having Derek West, my God. Wow.
Derek White?
Derek White and Marcus Smart off the bench is honestly a great guard depth right there. I'm sorry, a death lineup of Brogdon, Brown, Tatum, Horford, Robert Williams sounds insane.
It's nasty. I'm not even gonna lie.
It sounds insane.
Let's just say this: Celtics took a dub on that trade.
They didn't give up much either, did they?
The Pacers
just won the draft pick. They just won the draft pick.
It was a massive L, though.
Yeah, and people were talking about Russell Westbrook for Brogdon and a buddy.
Hey man, us LeBron fans, we're desperate at this point.
I mean, yeah, like the Lakers aren't really making much moves. They're sitting back for Kyrie, but at this point, you got to make something else because I don't think Kyrie's gonna happen either.
Okay, well, we can get to that in a little bit. Zion signed to his max rookie extension. Darius Garland.
Zion finessed. So
exactly.
He didn't play all of last year, and because of dunk videos, he got a max.
TJ Warren signed with the Nets. Very interesting deal. Trying to revamp his career, signing a smaller contract.
It's a decent contract. It's a decent player to have as well.
I think Dame signed his extension too today. I think that's today. Yesterday.
Speaking of that, $60 million for Dame a year.
Dude, that speaks loyalty.
$60 million. I mean, apparently stay loyal, you get the bag. If you can't win, stay in the bag.
Exactly.
Him and Bradley Beal are the Hall of Fame bag chasers.
But shout out to Aaron Baines making his NBA comeback after suffering an injury during the Olympics a couple years ago where it left him paralyzed. And
that was scary.
This summer league, he's been working out, getting a lot of interest. So shout out to Aaron Baines.
It'd be a cool story if he makes an NBA roster.
That'd be really cool. But I think we all know what we want to talk about, though, a little bit. I kind of want to bring this up. Chet Holmgren, his first game in the Salt Lake City summer league or whatever.
Classic, yeah, classic.
Classic. This man, I am not over this hype, bro. This man is playing against rookies and undrafted players. He's not this good.
I mean, the thing is, we need to take a look at what he's doing. I think obviously the competition is the best competition. It's not the most NBA ready competition. Mm-hmm. And I don't put much stock into summer league to begin with because I've seen Duncan Robinson turn into a tween hezzy guy. Duncan fucking Robinson. I've seen Lonzo Ball win MVP.
Okay, but let's be honest though. We're talking about a man who's 7'1", 7'2", and he's blocking a whole bunch of bums.
No, I mean it's check home. You just gotta be he looks good in the sense that his movement looks pretty good. He's able to stay to translate into the next level because this is a higher level than college at the end of the day. Obviously we know what his defense is going to be like. He's an interior guy. He can move around decently and cover the perimeter better than small centers. But at the end of the day, we're still waiting to see him take a big body. I mean, Lofton, for example, moved him a lot in the pace. And if Lofton's moving him, then I can't imagine what a charge from Embiid is going to look like for him.
Or like Giannis.
The biggest concerns we both had were his weight and his history with injuries. Mm-hmm. I don't think talent was necessarily an issue. He is a project because of his weird situation to be in with his 195 pounds. His movement looked good though, and that's the big thing that you want to take into the next level. He can still move. He still has some skills that he can progress. His handle looked better than I remember him looking in Gonzaga.
I think I'm just after seeing that, after Lofton pushing him around and posterizing him, I think it's gonna be a wake up call for him when he goes against Embiid.
He definitely needs to put on some weight. That's not negotiable. He needs to put on some weight because that's gonna give you a lot of injuries as well if you don't put on some weight.
But we did forget one signing though. Harden takes a $15 million pay cut, signs for $32 million with the 76ers, so they can use that 15 mil to go out and
get you a PJ Tucker and a Daniel House and pretty much the old Houston rag team of the 2010s.
And then adding Joel Embiid and Thibault and all of that to the roster.
Pretty much this team. Well, they're going to try to trade Thibault, but this is a better roster than we're going to compare it to the Dwight Howard Houston Rockets because I think that's how this roster is built wise. And obviously, Joel Embiid at this point in his career is better than Dwight Howard at that point in his career, and probably at any point. But we could debate that. We could debate Orlando, Dwight Howard, but that's a conversation for a different day.
So, I don't think the Sixers are going to do anything with this salary cap this summer, but I think next summer is when they're going to try and make a splash.
The question with the Sixers in general is their health. Because Embiid obviously hasn't been able to play a consistent playoffs without getting injured. Mm-hmm. James Harden this year, in the last 2 years, has been dealing with certain injuries. So it's probably looking at that point of his phase of his career. Maxey is going to be expected to take a bigger step up, obviously. See what Maxey can looks like if he doesn't have an injury bug as well as the rest of his teammates, which he doesn't have a history of.
No. It's just gonna be interesting to see what the Sixers do with this salary cap.
Also, we both know that Doc Rivers, as a head coach, isn't the most trustworthy guy.
No, not at all. Okay, so I'm gonna finish off this pod with a hot take. Do you think tennis is a top 3 sport to watch?
I love tennis. I actually really do like tennis. Tennis is very fun to watch. Top 3 is a big statement though.
So obviously you're going to have, for most fans, basketball, baseball, football, soccer, wrestling, and hockey. But when I was watching it at work the other day during the Wimbledon, that shit was interesting though.
So fun to watch.
Serving 130 miles an hour, just like the reaction time you need to have for that is insane. And then you see them volley it over like 20 times once in a while. That's insane.
No, you probably weren't even watching like a phenomenal game like that, because when you watch like a Djokovic Nadal, it's so crazy because the whole game is just ba 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 ba. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's just so fun to watch it. It really is.
But Rafael Nadal did had to withdraw from the tournament due to a domino tear.
Worst thing is he was on the perfect season too, because he could have won all 4 Grand Slams, because he won the first 2 and he needed Wimbledon. Wimbledon always was his toughest one to win because he always plays weird on grass. The ball moves very differently. I feel like I gotta explain it to you. The ball moves differently on all 3 surfaces, and obviously the 3 surfaces are hard court, which is the US and the Australian Open, clay, which is the French Open, and Wimbledon, which is grass. Obviously, he's considered the king of clay. He's won the French Open, I think, was 14 times, which is the record for most in one tournament. He's had better history in hard court than he has in grass. And so for that reason, I think he's only won Wimbledon once or twice, if I remember correctly. And Wimbledon's always been his like hardest to win. But he was on the sweep. He had the first 2. He had the Australian Open. Obviously, that one has a question mark because Djokovic couldn't play due to COVID. Yeah, because he didn't want to get vaccinated. Yep. And then the French Open, he won because Nadal doesn't lose in clay. I think he's lost like a grand total of 2 games his whole life. And he won his first French Open in 2005. So put that in perspective.
And then he was in the semifinals too, which is...
He was in the semifinals and he had to pull out because of it. He finished the game with the abdominal tear and won that game.
Yes.
The quarterfinals.
That was the game I watched too, and I was like, holy cow, like this dude, like this dude was in pain. Like
I think the best way I can describe, because like right now in tennis, there's the 3 GOATs in the same era, which is something that you just don't see in any other sport ever. Yeah. Which is Nadal, Ferrer, and Djokovic. I guess if I had to describe them, I'll give you the quarterback comparisons.
Okay.
I'd say Ferrer is probably Peyton Manning.
Okay.
That blue chip, probably has all the talent in the world. He was just born to play that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Probably the most naturally gifted quarterback you've ever seen. This and that. I wouldn't say naturally gifted, but he's the embodiment of what you think a tennis player or a quarterback is.
Okay.
I would say Nadal's probably Aaron Rodgers.
I like that. Aaron, my boy.
It's the toughness, the grit. He's probably the least should be there of the 3. But he's the one that has like the most, just doesn't have that die attitude. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then Djokovic is probably Tom Brady. He probably wins the most of the 3 because he's had the shorter reign on top compared to the 3, and he's already equaled them all in French Open, not French Opens, in Grand Slams.
Okay.
So I think he's more Tom Brady is. The debate could be had for any of the 3 being the GOAT. You can argue all 3 of them. I think, in my opinion, the most talented one is Ferrer, but I think Nadal with the 22 Grand Slams is probably the GOAT now.
Well, I want you guys to go on our Twitters, our Instagrams, and let us know if you agree. Is tennis a top 3 sport to watch? I think I put it up there with basketball and football. So basketball, football, tennis.
For me, soccer is number 1 and will always be number 1. Just the pure emotion in soccer is just unmatched.
But if you guys didn't know, Bayern Munich in Manchester
City,
or Manchester City, are coming to Lambeau. So be ready to watch that.
Are you gonna go to it or not?
I have to work it. I have to work that game.
And then here I am. I've been, because Barcelona come to town in like a week or so, but I'm broke right now. So I can't buy tickets.
But no, be ready for that though. If you guys are soccer fans, there's a lot of big teams from Europe that are coming over.
Yeah, the preseason tournaments and stuff. And yet Liverpool just don't want to come to Miami.
I don't know why. Who wouldn't want to go to Miami?
I think the last time I went to a big soccer game like that was probably Barca Napoli a while ago. Or if you want to count international, I went to Colombia, Brazil, which is fun to watch. I got to see Neymar.
Neymar, my boy. Not really. I was a Messi fan when I was younger. So
I mean, they're teammates though.
Yeah.
And they're teammates now again. So
and then think about this though. Then the Packers are going to London then. So like the Packers in Europe are kind of doing like a little bit of a flip flop a little bit right here. Like you take one of us, we'll take you guys. So it's just pretty chill.
Yeah.
But no, that's gonna end for this pod. I mean, it's been over a week since we last posted. It's a little bit longer because there was not any major news that we missed, but like
we said we were gonna do another pod when Kevin Durant got traded, and it just never happened.
I don't think it's
it's probably not gonna happen. Yeah.
But you know who's gonna get traded soon though? Kyrie Irving. And
that's a debate for a different day. I don't think Kyrie's getting traded.
And he's going to the Lakers.
I don't think he's getting traded.
But I hope you guys enjoy this pod.
Oh, tweet at us some hot takes.
That too.
Tweet at us some hot takes, and we might have to read them on the pod.
Yes, and then we can do an entire pod just on hot takes then.
Yeah.
But from Check the Rock to Imanol Perez or Mastermind Hoops, we're signing out. We'll catch you on the next one.
See you, Space Cowboy.
Take care, everyone.